Gurudev had said, go to Kenya. और जाने से पहले मुझे उन्होंने एक हैंड रिटन लेटर दिया था, ठीक है। तो किसी का तो था केन्या में जिन्होंने लिखा था कि we would like to do the course. We are a group of people here in Kisi, in Sengera. And Gurudev said, go and do the course for these people. I reached Nairobi. I did a lot of programs, and I was there for 3 months. And I remember almost 26 courses we did in those 3 months. Yeah, amazing group we had. And then I called up. There was a phone number on that letter that Gurudev had given me, and I called up that number. They said, "Okay, we'll ask them to call you back." Huh? Then next day, I get a call saying, yes, we are 156 people here and we are waiting for you. So I told them it is so many shillings, is the course fees. And he says, please, please, please come. So I said, okay. I got into something called a matatu. They have a very khatara kind of a truck or a tempo. And I took one translator, local translator, Wambui. So both of us, we were sitting, we literally had to sit in, vertical Pavan Muktasan like that for 8 hours in that Khatara. And then we reached the place. It was called Sengera in the district called Kisi. And I realized that the house that they were putting me in, that was the only house made of bricks. Everything else was thatched roofs and stuff. And there were 156 people who had registered Art of Living Self-Help Sengera group. Why? Because otherwise, if they do some other program from outside, then the local authorities will say this is devil's workshop, satanic practices, something, and they would stop it. So they had formed a group for 3 years. Since 96, they had read a book of Gurudev's called Way of Grace. I don't know how many of you have seen that. It's a beautiful book full of pictures and people's experiences and stories of grace and stuff like that. So somehow some Christian missionary had given them that book, and they had read it. And the three addresses that were behind, Santa Barbara in America, German ashram, and the Bangalore ashram, they had written letters. And they were so poor. In fact, they would take me during the day to their houses, and many of them would have clocks, very old clocks. None of them works because they can't afford a battery, so they were timeless, really. But such love in those people. They said when a guest comes, we have to kill a cow or a chicken or a goat. You don't eat any of this. What do we feed you? But they would feed me like amazing bananas and avocados and pineapples and ugali, and there is some wheat stuff. Very nutritious, very good. And from there, I had written a letter to Baba saying, Baba, it is so beautiful here. Nature is so beautiful and people are so loving. And for defecating, for doing potty, there is a hole in the ground. And and in the letter I had written, I wish you were here, Baba. And then Baba was telling Gurudev, ये ऐसे बोल रहा है, I wish he was there. गुरुदेव बोले, नहीं नहीं नहीं, तुमको नहीं भेजेंगे वहां पे. So the stories of grace, how Gurudev and his knowledge reached those people, in the middle of nowhere. So on one hand there was this, on the other hand there was the course in Nairobi, in the United Nations headquarters. That's the headquarters for whole of African continent, and that was like opulent. I have still to date not seen a faster internet connection than that. At that time, 99, if you click something, before you hit the click button, the website would be up, and however heavy that it was. So from this to this, he would, he gives you the entire gamut of experiences, the whole spectrum. Yeah. So on one hand there was this, on the other hand there was the course in Nairobi, in the United Nations headquarters. That's the headquarters for whole of African continent.